The following mnemonic applies to over 60 species of amaranth. None are poisonous and all are edible. The mnemonic applies to female finger, of course, as well as all of the others. Remembering amaranth is easy as 1, 2, 3. 1 represents a finger, 2 represents your 2 hands, and 3 represents a knee, and it rhymes with 3. 1. Do like the plant is doing and point at the sun. This shows you 12 things. 1, 2, 3 shows you 12 things. Your index finger, 1, that's pointing at the sun, tells you that part or all of the plant can appear with shades of golden yellow to a deep magenta, like the sun, and it can appear green, of course. Your finger represents the generally dense, bristly clusters of the amaranth that forms a spike and appears at the top of the plant. Now tap your finger. It represents the top of the plant, and it also represents a flower cluster spike, for it looks like a finger. Now you won't have to remember dense, bristly flower clusters at the top of the plant that looks like a finger, because that will actually be the first thing the plant will show you when you meet it in the field. As soon as you see the finger, proceed with the 3 steps. Now the leaves are lance to oval shaped, while still pointing at the sun. Turn the knuckle of your thumb towards you and touch the middle finger with the tip of the thumb, like this. Now, look through the hole the 2 fingers make. Proceed to make lance to oval shapes. Notice the notch that forms at the tip or where the 2 fingers meet. This notch is symbolic of younger leaves which do form a notch at the tip of the leaf. The margin or edges of the leaf are generally smooth and wavy, just as your fingers are. The leaves also show prominent veins. So now move your pinky and ring finger into a position where it crosses through the hole you're looking through, like this. These represent the prominent veins each leaf bears. Also notice how the fingers, which represent the veins, are raised beneath the leaf you're looking at. This would represent the veins being more raised on the underside of each leaf. Now the leaves are on long stems. Your index finger will represent the leaf stalk or the stem. Your forearm could also represent the long stem if that helps you to remember it better. Now, it has a tap root. For this, tap your elbow. It represents the bottom of the plant. Consider always doing this at the beginning after you've tapped the top of the plant or your finger. Tap the top of the plant and the bottom of the plant also in order to define your mnemonic plant boundaries. Then fill in the middle with the details, and the middle consists of your forearm. Now the stems are erect like your forearm. The stems are stout like your forearm. Stems are rough or smooth like a forearm. Stems are sometimes hairy like a forearm. Now, those are the 12 things that the first step out of 1, 2, 3 shows us. Step 2, bring your 2 hands together and interlink your fingers like you're praying. Now, straighten your fingers out like this. This shows us 2 things. One of the 2 things of step 2 with your 2 hands is that the leaves alternate just as your extended fingers do. It also shows us that the flower cluster spikes grow out of where the leaf stalk meets the stem. Imagine your right hand being symbolic of the stems, and your left hand being symbolic of the flower clusters. So then, flower cluster spikes grow out of where the leaf stalk or the leaf stem meets the stem, the main stem of the plant. Now, the last step, 3, for this, get ready to kneel upon one knee. Rhymes with 3. Get ready to kneel upon one knee like you're praying. This, being step 3, shows us 3 things. The first of which is the seed description. Now, before kneeling, The natural thing you're going to do is look on the ground to try to find a spot which is as clean and smooth as possible. With saying that, the ground represents brown or black, which are or can be the color of the seeds. Look for a spot that's clean, is synonymous with shiny or sparkly, and a spot that's smooth as possible for your knee, for the seeds are also smooth. Now, if you happen to see spines on the ground, spines may actually occur on the stem of some amaranth species, which will have to be removed, but they are just as edible and useful for medicinal purposes. Now, if you see spines, just remember that spines of 3 is not good for the knee. Now, 1 is associated with the other by the number 3. Knee and 3. You don't want a 3 on the knee. 3, not good for the knee. Those look like this. The particular amaranth species, which bears spikes or spines, sometimes confused with the cockleburr. So, spines of 3, not good for the knee. Spines of 2, good for you. The number 2 is not associated with the knee because it does not rhyme with knee. So, spines of 3, not good for the knee. Spines of 2 is good for you. Now that the ground inspection is complete, you can kneel. Plants generally grow from 3, which is 1 knee, to 6, would be 2 knees if you kneel down on 2 knees. 3 to 6 feet tall. And that is the end of the mnemonic. Thank you for watching and listening.